renovations don't get much bigger or much cooler than the one that's going on at Detroit Golf Club right now. Sam Moynihan and his team are working on a real short timeline to build out the North Course and to get it ready for the PGA Tour next summer. How can they do it? Well, a lot of people, a lot of effort, and a lot of really smart folks involved. And they turned to BESTSAND for Signature 900 to complete their bunker project. This has been a fairly closely watched renovation. It's a big project and you've done it in a pretty short time. So what's the timeline been and where are you at in the process here at Detroit Golf Club?
We broke ground July 1st and now we're filling in our second to last bunker here on 17. We've got 2 more holes of tees left to finish, a few more to irrigate, and then probably about 5 or 6 to get sodded. So hopefully we're shooting by the end of the month. We'll have all of that wrapped up, and then we move on to cart paths and hull roads and grass line and kind of patching up any of the last little bit of sod work before we get into the winter. So
what have been some of the most important things that you've been able to get done and check off your list as you move forward towards reopening next year?
I mean, I think the biggest thing is fairways. You know, we put in over 23 miles of drainage in the fairways along with the new irrigation system. We regraded some areas like the 14th fairway. That one got totally regraded. Greens, new USGA greens.
Yeah.
The way they drain now, it's totally different from what we had. So that'll be a learning curve a little bit, but I'm really excited about that. And then the bunkers, I think the bunkers now are showpieces across the property, and they really provide that elevation change on an otherwise, you know, basically dead flat property.
Yeah.
That now it feels a lot more like a rolling landscape.
Yeah.
Tyler took a lot of inspiration from some of the early 30s and 40s pictures we
Photographs,
have,
yeah, cool.
as the kind of design template of the bunkers. So those bunkers had kind of a rugged top edge, a flash sand face. So the bunkers we had before was a grass face bunker, with very little sand flashing. So now with that sand flashing, you're really seeing that bunker across the golf hole. And then the ruggedness of that top edge sort of lends almost an antique look to it.
Yeah.
And then also we increased bunker square footages.
Yeah.
So we had a lot smaller bunkers. We pulled that leading edge out further, so you get balls to settle in the middle. You get flat, more flat lies versus balls getting stuck on a front edge or a back edge.
Yeah.
We had that a lot with the grass face bunkers. And so now creating a more bowl-like shape and kind of making them easier to play out of. While they look significantly more difficult, they're going to be a lot easier to play out of.
Simply because you'll have them coming back where the ball will come back and rest. That's great.
Right.
As you got into this process, I think you knew fairly early on what you wanted to do in terms of sand choice and sand you'd worked with in the past. What led you to Signature 900?
Well, number one, with having that sand flash face, we wanted an angular bunker sand that's going to have a high angle of repose and stay on those faces in rain events. So that was really number one, and obviously something that is regionally sourced. We don't want to be bringing sand in from North Carolina. So, the signature sand is coming out of Ohio, and the club had a pro angle before, so was used to this high angular sand. And then for me, it was a bit more of a comfort aspect because the last club I was at, we did a bunker renovation and we put the Signature 900 in and really loved the performance of that bunker sand.
Okay. Well, that's great. Well, thank you so much for your time, and we appreciate all the work you've done here because it's been a lot.
Thank you.